Hiya, Ian Dixon here, international speaker and coach, and today I'm going to talk to you about an element that if you don't have this, it doesn't matter how good your marketing is and it doesn't matter how good you are at selling. If you don't have this one word, there is no sale. I've been doing this job for over 15 years, and as time's progressed and business has changed, this key element has become more and more important, both from a proactive perspective, but also from a passive perspective. And this key element, I'll tell you what it is right off the bat so that you can stay with me. Literally just 5-6 minutes of your time. But this key element is trust. So, one of the things that I was taught, that it doesn't matter whether or not you have the right product at the right time, in the right place, for the right price. If the individual looking to buy that product or service doesn't trust you, they will not buy it from you. Right, now, what's changed is the world. Obviously the world has changed, but the world has changed dramatically. And one of the things that we have as consumers now is that we have control. So as buyers, we have control. One of the things that we do increasingly as consumers is that we go shopping passively. So we don't engage with the person that we're going to buy that product or service from until very late in the sales process. And basically what we tend to do is do our research, we tap into our network and our community, we seek advice and opinions from our network. And across all of that time, the trust element is starting to build up on the assumption that if you're selling that product or service, that you are providing enough information passively to your consumer so that they are starting to trust that you are somebody that they want to buy from. Right, so last year I got asked to go and do some talks in Australia and New Zealand, and part of those talks was to help people understand how they can build trust as leaders. And so the research that I did was to try and label some of the ingredients that are required to be able to be trustworthy. And I put together some documents and some training material, and I want to share some of that with you so that when you go back to your desk and go back to your workplace, is to look at everything that is outward facing and to ask yourself, do these 3 key ingredients exist in my marketing material? Do these 3 key ingredients exist when I sit with people during the sales process? And basically, am I demonstrating that I have these 3 key ingredients and that I can therefore be trusted? So I call it the ABC of trust, and everyone loves an acronym. So we've got ABC of trust, and I'll share these 3 with you. So the first element and the first label that you need before somebody will start to trust you is to be able to demonstrate the ability. So A is for ability. Do you have the ability to deliver that product or service to a satisfactory standard to the consumer? And that can take all sorts of forms. So it could be in the form of testimonials. It could be in the form of a demonstration. It could be in the form of documentation. But you have to demonstrate. It could be longevity, how long you've been doing a particular job or delivering a particular service. But you have to demonstrate the ability. The ability part is the first element of these 3 key ingredients that start to build trust. The second element, the B, is benevolence. And benevolence is an interesting one. So often we see people that demonstrate the ability and they demonstrate the last element, but they're not benevolent to the consumer. And what I mean by that is that this should always be about your customer. So any business that's customer centric will always do well and oversell against those that aren't benevolent to their customer base or their client base. So benevolence is about a genuine, authentic interest in the well-being of the customer or lead or prospect that's coming forward to buy the product or service. If you don't demonstrate benevolence, interest, care, general projection of interest in the customer's outcome, people won't trust you. They won't want to buy it from you. So that's the A and the B, ability, benevolence. And then the last element of this is is credibility. So we've got ability, I'm able to do it. Benevolence, I want to do it for you. I'm interested in supporting you. And then the last element, credibility, is your way of again, it's so important to demonstrate this passively now, is that you're able to demonstrate that you are credible. Now, in the world that we live in today, with fake news and polished, shiny websites, where we don't know what sits behind the mask, if you like, of fake news and websites put together by gurus in a back bedroom somewhere, it's so important that you are able to demonstrate or provide evidence that you are credible. Again, longevity, how long you've been in business, certification, authentication, memberships, audits, again, testimonials are all classic ways that we can demonstrate our credibility to deliver that product or service. Right, so we've got ability, benevolence, and credibility. The other key element, which is fundamental to the success of business, full stop, but absolutely is critical in the ability to create trust, is to have the consistency of delivery over time. Consistency is a word that we'll do another video on. It's without doubt one of the most important words in all of business is to be consistent. But consistency over time is a great way to build trust. If you consistently deliver over time, then people will start to trust you. Any wavering, any fluctuation, any peaks and troughs, people won't refer business to you and they won't trust you. So consistency over time is the key element that sits in with ability, benevolence, and credibility. There you go, just 5-6 minutes. Without trust, there's no sale. And trust comes from your ability to deliver the product or service, or the demonstration of your ability, your benevolence to the customer, your interest in them, and your credibility, certification, authentication, accreditation, anything that demonstrates that you are credible and able and benevolent. And then deliver that consistently over time, you will win business, I promise you, over your competition all day long. Hope you found that useful. As I say, my name is Ian Dixon. We look forward to catching you on the next video. Please do like, please do subscribe, please hit the bell button and you'll be notified when I post up videos. There'll be lots more to come. I'm here to help every business that I can globally. Subscribe and hit the bell button, and we look forward to catching you on the next video. Gonna say bye for now.